The story so far.
We go racing for Formula 2. There's a lock-up of Boschung who won't make the corner.
Big contact for Théo Pourchaire.
Vesti trying to haul himself back into championship contention, and he's got to the lead at Monza. Amaury Cordeel finds himself spinning. That's a tidy pass for Théo Pourchaire, and he has had a really eventful race so far. Victor Martins is really hustling, and he moves up to third place. We're about to haul on the anchors, and so is Victor Martins.
How did he stop that?
Iwasa, no points in 4 races. Oh, that's very late on the brakes. That's unbelievable from Théo Pourchaire. Auger was forced over the curb and into the gravel. That was a hair-raising moment. Cars everywhere. Brilliant speed, brilliant battling. Martins hasn't given this one up. Frederik Vesti still fighting for this title. And Vesti is trying to break the toe. He's been under so much pressure. It's examination passed. Let's go, baby! Vesti wins to keep his championship hopes alive.
Yesterday saw Frederik Vesti dominate in the sprint race as well. Gets himself back into title contention. It will now surely go down to the final weekend in Abu Dhabi. But hope springs eternal. Nothing is left to chance. Welcome to round 12 of the 2023 FIA Formula 2 Championship from the Temple of Speed. 30 laps ahead of us for the feature race here at Monza. And this amazing circuit once again will play host to another amazing race. Pourchaire and Behrman line up 1 and 2 on the grid. Pourchaire doing exactly what he needs to do. But how about the action zones? Turn 1 and 2, Lawson versus Beckman, side by side, flying it around. Some great manoeuvres, as we saw earlier in the Formula 3 race as well. Dalla Roggia, Iwasa versus Vips. Last year, Vips on the inside line. He's now over in IndyCar this year. And over at Lesmo 2 as well, at turn 7. Schwartzman, Nizani and Piastri. A lot of battles going on, but yesterday's sprint race was absolutely epic. Vesti taking the win, leading exactly, and 3 wide as well, coming into the Ascari corners. Alongside me in the commentary box for this one is Omi as well. We've just saw a great F3 race, and now we're going to see a great F2 race. So much on the line, but for Pourchaire, redemption. Not a single point in Zandvoort. Now can he get maximum here at Monza?
Absolutely. Now he has the track advantage. He has pole position. There's a long run going into the first corner, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this one plays out. He has Behrman though alongside. What can Behrman do as well to help his teammate Stanek in third? It's going to be an absolutely cracking Formula 2 race. It's been a cracking season so far. Cracking race yesterday, and I think we're going to be in for a cracking one here today.
Here's the grid then and how they line up as we look over the Monza Royal Park. A bit less trees than normal, as I said, 10,000 of them, but it still looks absolutely gorgeous in green. This is the grid. Théo Pourchaire on pole position. Oliver Behrman starts in second position. The front row, exactly what Pourchaire needed to do. Pole position was just an added bonus. Behrman looking to go for Prama's racing record here. Roman Stanek is third, with Isaac Hadjar lining up fourth on the grid. Fifth for Victor Martins, and Kushmaini takes it in sixth position. 7th on the grid, that goes with Jack Crawford. Frederik Vesti, who won yesterday's sprint, starts 8th today. 9th for Richard Verschoor. Ralph Boschung was on pole yesterday, dropped back so much, he starts 10th. Dennis Hauger is 11th, with Arthur Leclerc starting in 12th position as well, just outside the reverse grid options. Enzo Fittipaldi's 13th, with Jack Doohan 14th. 15th on the grid, that goes with Iwasa and Druvela in the 16th. 17th for Nizani, 18th Correa, 19th Cordeel, 20th Maloney, 21st Novalak, and 22nd for Joshua Mason. They're going to head on the formation lap. Let's see what Alex Jakes and Alex Brundle have to say.
Clement Novalak and Josh Mason complete the field 22 on the grid at Monza as we get the green light on the gantry and begin the formation lap.
And we are hearing it as most drivers on that super soft tyre. Was the soft tyre last year, now moving one compound softer to the purple-walled super soft. Doing Iwasa and Daruvala, the three drivers that we've spotted who are on that alternative strategy as they sit on the grid.
Let's hear from the man on pole position for the first time since March, and our championship leader, Théo Pourchaire, was speaking to us earlier.
I'm super happy to be back on pole. Last time was in Bahrain, so yeah, it's a great feeling. I did 2 great laps. The second one was really good, and I put the car on pole. So yeah, really pleased with this result. And yeah, you know, I love this track. It's really good. For sure, in qualifying it's a bit difficult, always a bit messy qualifying there. But you know, most importantly, everyone did a lap, and we had a qualifying.
So that was Théo Pourchaire speaking to us before he took his position, and the 2 points that go with pole. He has a lead in the championship of 9 points going into this one. Let's talk of the tyres. The majority of the field, you're quite right, Alex, on those super soft tyres. Doohan, Iwasa and Daruvala, the only drivers in the field to start on the alternative compound, that's the medium.
Get ready for them to get rid of those super soft tyres relatively early into this race. Even the soft went 7 laps only with Jahan Daruvala, who won the feature race here last year. So relinquishing that tyre, getting onto the medium. They were running out of the front left in the sprint race yesterday. So a little bit of tyre saving to do, but mostly they'll be thinking about going wheel to wheel on what is one of the most aggressive races in the year, one of the most difficult first corners in the year as well. We've seen incidents in every race so far this weekend down at the Rettifilo chicane. It's a very long run down there. It's a great big braking zone with cold carbon brakes and cold tyres. Ralph Boschung absolutely straight from the front of the field yesterday down in that first corner. So it is all to do then for Théo Pourchaire. He's been left hanging, look, out at the front of the field. They want him with cold brakes and cold tyres as sitting there on pole position.
They really do. Thanks, boys, as we get ready to get going. And I think as well, I mean, this is going to be an absolutely cracking race. No idea what is going to happen next. No idea what we're going to see. 30 laps around Monza could be insanely chaotic.
Absolutely. We could end up with Vesti out of Pourchaire even at the end of lap 1. That's how it goes. Obviously, we had a big crash here last year as well, causing a lot of chaos. We also had a red flag as well, but it was really a chaotic race last year. Let's hope we get maybe a bit less safety cars, but still a very action-packed race. I wouldn't mind a tiny bit of drama as well. But this Formula 2 has been delivering all year, and I'm sure it will deliver here at the Temple of Speed. But the first few corners are going to be crucial. They're all going to have to get it slowed down. I think we'll see a few cars maybe taking and cutting the chicane as well, but they're all getting into position as well.
5.007 seconds was the time for the whole start light procedure earlier on. Let's see what we get. So, 3 races left. Pourchaire on pole position. Can he get maximum points away from Frederik Vesti? They're all lined up. Green flag at the back. The lights come on. 3 lights, 4, 5 at Monza. Lights out, and it's a good start from Pourchaire. Behrman does not get away. He's going to have to filter in for second position. Come around the outside, Isaac Hadjar has not made a great getaway. Behrman in the second phase for the start has really got a great launch, and he's alongside Pourchaire. There's a lock-up further back from Hadjar, and Pourchaire leads. It's turn 1. Cutting across the track is Roman Stanak to take the lead. Almost takes off Behrman. There's a broken front wing there for one of the Red Bull livery cars. Behrman to the inside. I can see coming through the Curve de Grande. They're side by side. Pourchaire on the outside. Behrman going for the lead of the race, and there's drama further back as well as Martins and Vesti in a bit of a battle as well. He's up there, it's Stanak. Vesti's up to 5th, and Behrman takes the lead. Behrman leads as Vesti looks to the inside line. He's going to get forced on the grass. Behrman, Vesti loses it. Vesti's spun, and Vesti's in the wall. Vesti is out, and that could be the championship decided right there and then. Frederik Vesti forced off by Roman Stanak. Stanak surely getting a black flag at some point, but Vesti is out. There's contact in the mid-pack. Into the gravel goes another car. Safety car deployed, and Frederik Vesti is out. If Pourchaire wins this race, the championship could be over.
Oh my god, can you believe it? Novalak there having a moment and spin in the background going into the gravel of the second Lismo safety car, as you said, but can you believe it? Frederick Vesti, and he had a brilliant race yesterday, needed some good points, made a few places, and he finds himself out now.
No points for the last 4 races. No points in the Belgium feature. No points in the Belgians in the Dutch sprint. No points in the Dutch feature. And now no points here in the Italian feature. He had a win yesterday that got himself back in, but this is not good news. And out of the race, as you said, goes Novalak.
Yeah, Novalak might have had a bit of contact or lost it by himself, but as expected, safety car on the opening tour of the race, but that's so unfortunate for Vesti as well. And he'll really be hoping that Pourchaire has some bad luck, but that's just really so unfortunate for Frederick Vesti.
Vesti is now confirmed out. Pourchaire in second. Now can Behrman do what he needed to do and stay ahead of Pourchaire? Take us through the start again, Omi.
So, it was actually Teo Pourchaire who got the better start off the line, but then the slipstreaming is so powerful down into the Rettifilio, and then you're going to see Behrman just tuck it. Obviously, Pourchaire then is going to cover the inside line. Behrman then has to obviously go to the outside line, and there were 3 abreast, and it was a big lock, I think, by Ivaso as well, who was really late on the brakes. Then Stanek cut the chicane, took the race lead momentarily, obviously had to get out of it. Then Behrman just gets in the slipstream here. He's going to use all the slipstream he can, use the momentum from that, and then pull alongside, and then turn it all the way through. And then Martin's looking for a move on Roman Stanek in the background. He looked to the inside, had to go to the outside. Then Behrman was just inching clear as well, and then made Pourchaire back out. Then Stanek kind of had to get on the brakes. That gave the opportunity to Martins to go around the outside, and then you're going to see Stanek just come across. Vesti goes to the inside. Stanek squeezes him all the way onto the grass, and round goes Vesti.
Why did Stanek do that? Stanek, I think, deserves a black flag. Cut the corner, stayed in third, and then deliberately forced Vesti into the wall. That was absolutely 100% deliberate there for Roman Stanek. If that's not a black flag, I don't know what is. That is utterly... That is shocking behaviour. That is a shocking driver and a shocking behaviour. I've never been more appalled, actually. That is despicable from Roman Stanek. Absolutely despicable. Rip up his licence and send him away. You don't cut across the track. And then he was deliberate. Look at this. Even mid-corner. He's an absolute moron. He's a moron. What on earth has he done?
A good qualifying from him. Now he's causing chaos at the front of the field as well. But Martin really late send after saying to turn number 1, the Rettifilio, reminiscent to Luca Giotto all those years ago as well. But Frederick Vesti,
great start
really
as well.
A great start for him. Look at the start he got against Kushmani as well, and then alongside Crawford heading down into the first corner as well. But just so unfortunate. He did nothing wrong. Everything he did right. Then you can see Martins making that very late send into the first corner. But he's just going to get hit by Stanek. I'm speechless with Stanek. I'm honestly speechless.
So watch, Stanek is 2 cars ahead at this point, so it's Martins ahead, then it's there's Stanek now, if you're watching along with us. He'll come to the inside line. Vesti gets such a launch out of Dalla Roggia. He just sort of goes for it. And it was just, it just didn't need to happen. None of it needed to happen. And look, why does Stanek cut across the track so much? No, that's a black flag in my book. Absolute black flag. That could have killed Vesti.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
He put me directly into the wall.
I agree with you, mate. I do. That's Stanek needing a black flag. He could have killed it because he went straight on. He was head first in front of the entire field. That could have killed Vesti. That could have actually, I'm not even joking there, that could have killed Vesti. Yeah. They were going top speed, accelerating up the gears, and he was right in front of the pack. Not good there. No, not good. Stanek needs a ban for that, an absolute race ban.
Yeah. He absolutely does. There was chaos all throughout the field. This was Fittipaldi getting past Doohan. We look in the background as well. And they were all trying to make some moves. And I think he might have got hit by Cordeal, possibly.
I think so.
It could have been.
Revenge for yesterday, maybe. When those two went together side by side. And it was Novalak who took Cordeal out. Today, Cordeal takes him out. There's Vesti's car out. Broken rear wing and car stalled.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say because in Formula 2,
I
have seen. Yeah, he's just mad.
That's a Hakkinen moment. That is a Mika Hakkinen moment. Safety car's coming in at the end of this lap, but Frederick Vesti And Stanak and Vesti has been noted for causing a collision. It's
Black flag right
black
now.
flagging, yeah. That is honestly
Right now.
the worst driving I've seen since Grosjean in 2012 at Spa. That was deliberate.
Yeah.
He cut the corner, didn't even attempt to give any places back on the opening lap. He was about what, 6th? Got up to 3rd by cutting the first chicane, and then just decided to ram everybody else off the track. Everyone,
Honestly, just
let's have a look.
absolutely ridiculous.
Soldier Matt
Just
says,
ridiculous.
yes, sorry, but yes, Vesti, but yes. Lou says Vesti is out. No, Vesti says Jess. Hi, Jess. Supporting Portier coming through as well. Jess says move wasn't on from Stanak. Don't know why, but
Yeah.
Vesti now had to hope Vesti failed to score points because it's looking good for Bremen for him. No, it's not. Safety car's coming in. Bremen will lead from Portier. Portier doesn't really like getting points at the moment. No points last time out either at the Dutch Grand Prix. So here we go again then for a restart on lap 3 of 30. Behrman from Portier, and away we go once more. Behrman's lost it coming through the Parabolica. He's really gone quite early. That's going to give a slipstream advantage to Portier if he can, because Portier looks like he's been caught napping. Perfect restart then for Behrman. It's 0.6 at the line already. And now Portier is going to be under pressure from Martins, his teammate. But watch out for the moving bomb of Roman Stanak, who is moving left and right already. Here comes for sure on the inside line of Maney towards the braking zone at the Rettifilio. And he just about keeps it side by side. Maney goes defensive and actually keeps the position. That was perfect.
Exactly there what Maney wanted. Hadjar's dropped down as well a tiny bit, so he might have had a moment coming out of the parabolic of exactly. Now Crawford is all over the back of a shore as well as we head down to the Della Roggia.
Yep, Crawford's going to be going to the inside line, going to try and take both of them into the braking zone for sure.
Whoa,
Trying to
but
grab
sure
the
for the
outside
Maney.
and he's cut the corner. He'll have to get the place back.
Yeah.
He does so.
Yeah, last back out of that.
Good racing there.
Yep.
Now, Roman, that's what you're supposed to do. Why is anyone called Roman? He's just a rubbish driver. Roman Grosjean, Roman Stanak. If you're called Roman, you don't get a license in racing. That's pretty much it at the moment. Stanak. If Stanak isn't harshly dealt with for that, this sport is a joke. That is honestly a black flag situation in my book.
Yeah, that is just absolutely ridiculous as well. They're making their way to the Ascari chicane as well, and usually in F2 you do see people pinch each other to corner, but at least they leave a cars width that they can at least stay on the black stuff. But no, he was going all over the grass. That's how aggressive it was. As that Duran also looking as well out of the system momentarily, but obviously no moves so far. We might be getting some though into the Red Freedom, but exactly what Behrman wanted. He's only got 710, so Portier though still in the DRS, and they'll all be in the DRS as well. When it does get enabled, but exactly what Behrman wanted on the restart, was able to keep Portier behind, fully catch them out. Fittipaldi gets past Ralph Boschung as well.
Behrman does a 1:35.616. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far, as we are officially under the correct speed for racing now as they come through. Now is Portier closing up as Nizani passes Maloney, and Correa passes Mason and Hadjar, and Cordial's dropped down to 20th.
Cordial's dropped down. Yeah. Does he have damage? Does he have a puncher? 2.6 seconds, 4.3 seconds, so possibly an issue there as well. And they're all kicking up the gravel as well. That might have been Crawford or might have been Vashaw who were kicking up that gravel, but Cordial I think has a problem or some kind of thing, because he's now 7.6,
yeah.
so to 9. We probably need to cut to him, two directors. But,
so what's happened to
anyone.
Emil Cordial? Is he off in the gravel somewhere? No, sounding yellow flags, but remember yesterday in the F3 sprint that we never got yellow flags until after we passed that zone again.
We're just bundling around, I'm guessing.
Yeah, what's that? He must have a puncture or something. He's 13 seconds back. So Cordial, 60, yeah, he's got a puncture or something wrong with the car. So Cordial looks to be out of the race as well. No sign of anything from the steward yet on Stanak. It's got to be investigated though, but we're not seeing anything coming through.
Yeah.
Behrman leading by 0.6 of a second to Portier, and now this is where it's really going to get fun this race. Don't forget we've got a mandatory pit stop, but DRS is enabled.
Yeah, unless it's late damage for Cordial from the contact with Novalak. There he is, puncher. Yeah, rear tyre has got a puncher, but we saw a battle between Portier and Behrman all the way back in Spa as well, if you remember. This is what happened though. So Leclerc go through, Correa goes through, and then watching the background, that's going to be Joshua Mason rejoining and into the side and into the path of Cordial.
He's had to trundle that around the entire lap as well, so...
Yeah. It's always unfortunate when you get something happen at the beginning of the lap like a puncher, then you have to do the whole lap.
Druva has passed Doohan for 11th place, so he's getting into the points. Boschong's still holding it. Oh, Martin's over the gravel again. Pourchaire 134.995 has set the fastest up of the race so far as they attack coming out through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Behrman, Pourchaire, Martin, Stanak, Maney, Verschoor, Crawford, Hauger, Fittipaldi, Boschong the top 10. And at the moment, Pourchaire on 194 points, Vesti on 166. So a 28-point gap in the standings, if I'm correct there. Yeah.
And also, with Teo Pourchaire as well. Oh, I don't even. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't score points because I kind of want obviously the championship battle lap to go down as well to the last race. But Estor Martin just getting on the gravel.
If it helps, Pourchaire cannot mathematically win the title today. I've just done the mathematics in my head. This championship will go down to Abu Dhabi in 2 months' time.
You want it for the feature race?
Yeah, not the sprint. Pourchaire could actually win this in both the qualifying and the sprint race. So
not any more qualifying drama, please.
Yeah, we want this. We want this one on track, don't we? This incredible season we've been having.
Knowing Formula 2, they'll get a red flag at the end because someone will stall the car at the end of the qualifying or crash.
Look at Boschong. Boschong's becoming a train as Drew. Oh, wait, is that coming out of the pit lane? Yeah, okay. So sliding off. Is that Arthur Leclerc? Huge.
It is.
Bollards everywhere. Leclerc wiping out the polystyrene boards at turn 1, and that's going to be a safety car.
Oh, and that's what we're talking about, just stalling the cars very easily. Unless he's able to get going, that will surely be a safety car right there. Ruvela gets past Boschong as well.
Now that was important because Boschong was becoming a bit of a train.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, like yesterday.
Losing to everyone. Gravel getting kicked up once again. But,
where's that safety car? There it is, safety car now.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
let's start the stall conversation again.
This is ridiculous. These cars should be able to keep it in. Because it's unfair. Arthur Leclerc, they're getting a round of applause from everyone in the grandstands. That's very, very nice to see.
Yeah. One little punishment with big consequences.
Yeah.
And enough one you can probably just get away with most of the stuff as well.
So, pit stops coming in. This is going to be very dramatic, isn't it?
Will be, indeed. As well, so who dives it in?
All of them, Behrman, Pourchaire coming in. So is Martin's going to take the lead? No, Martin's coming in, Stanak coming in as well. Now, why haven't the FIA investigated Stanak yet? It's been noted, but not investigated.
What are they going to do?
There? So away we go. Now, this should be good because they should get... If Pourchaire's going to get blocked here, Behrman's going to get out just ahead. Oh, no, Pourchaire's going to take the lead. Behrman just gets out of Pourchaire. Pourchaire nearly goes into the pit wall. Wow. Pourchaire did touch the wall. Pourchaire did touch the wall coming out of the pit lane. Has he got suspension damage?
Oh, more drama in this championship, but yeah, that was really tight for Prema. That was really, really tight. The pits haven't been the best. I was talking with Megan actually in practice about how Prema have been having a few issues with pit stop. Like, remember, they lost the race lead as well in Spa a few weeks ago as well, where Pourchaire was just able to Pourchaire, ART and Prema both in at the same time, and Pourchaire jumped Behrman in that one, and they're both together battling for the race lead once again.
Look at Arthur Leclerc. So is he going to get forced? Where is he? Third, fourth? There he is. He's going to hit the brakes. He had no rear brakes.
Oh, yeah. Luckily didn't hit anyone else though. That's the good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a complete brake failure. And it was Nazani who nearly hit. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh.
So close.
Almost. But, yeah, luckily though he didn't hit anyone else, or that would have been a big crash. Oh, bye-bye camera.
Just caught the camera's last moments there. Right, should we check in with Alex? Alex, let's see a replay there from Leclerc once more.
That's a pay cut for us.
On the cameras, yeah.
Pay cut for you. I get on well with the camera department famously.
We'll debate that after the session. For now, unfortunately, Arthur Leclerc out of the event.
Well, it could have been a much bigger accident if you think back to the one that Marcus Ericsson had there a couple of years ago, and one, say, that we saw at F1 Academy at that corner earlier in the year. Very much A big moment avoided for Arthur Leclerc, but scrubbing off the speed.
Behrman and Pourchaire noted for an unsafe release in the pit lane.
So that would be Behrman into the path of Théo Pourchaire. Behrman was the lead car, remains the lead car, on who has made his mandatory stop. It was close. We'll get another look at it in a couple of seconds. What are your thoughts on what we saw live, Alex?
We heard, and I didn't see, the tremendous gallery let me know that Pourchaire had actually touched the wall, almost in avoidance of Behrman. So let's have a look.
He did touch the wall, Omi. He did. He touched it just slightly at the exit of the pit lane. Watch on board. So here it is, look.
Yeah.
And he's going to hit the wall. Oh, he never did. He didn't touch the wall. He nearly hit the wall.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Well, personally, in my opinion, it's not really a penalty because both teams are just fighting to get out.
Yeah.
I don't think Prema would hold Behrman. I doubt Behrman. I doubt Prema would want to hold Behrman, and Behrman literally just got out just like about a second before. So I don't think Prema are just gonna wait their ART after you. So not really a penalty. I mean, both teams are in a pit stop battle. Obviously, they're gonna release it as soon as they get those tires on properly.
Update, turn 5 is involving car 20 stop. What was that? What did that just say? Didn't see it. Oh, I didn't see that graphic, and that was important because it was about Stanek and Leclerc. It didn't come up on. I didn't see it come up on the screen in time. So, and I can't reverse either. So, oh, I know. Sky Go. 40 seconds back, isn't it? That'll tell us. The miracles of phones, everybody. So we will find out. There's Pourchaire there. There's Vesti walking back. Coming through. So race control. Turn 5 is involving Stanek and Vesti, noted for forcing another driver off the track.
No.
But we know that it was noted.
Well, oh well, that wasn't really important then.
No.
That was useful. Time penalty.
Yes! Yes!
Right.
What?
Only.
It's a 5-second time penalty for Stanek. What about cutting the corner at turn 1? What about the fact that he's currently running up in the field?
What about a black flag?
I don't like that. That is
What
weak. Really weak. Really weak.
And in F2, they're always giving 10-second penalties for the lightest of things, aren't they? What in the? Oh.
Roman Stanek has got off there lucky. Basically, he's been caught red-handed, but he's got a lenient judge and he's bribed them.
Same with Marty in Belgium, if you remember that one.
Yeah.
Well, so many of them just get let off. And then for like small incidents where someone just gives a little tap, it's about a 10-second penalty in F2.
Look at yesterday when we were having track limits. It was 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. You actually take somebody out of the race. You cut the first corner, get up to third, then you take somebody out of the race and almost kill them by putting them into the path of every other car at high speed, and you're absolutely fine. Take a look at this once more. I cannot believe... Look, Stanek listening to the braking zone was already trying to hit the side of everyone. And this was just... Oh. I'm really annoyed. I am absolutely furious. I'm more furious than Vesti. They can appeal this decision. I think Prema should appeal. It's not harsh enough. That is stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see what Alex says.
Plain relinquish the move. At that point, becoming, of course, under pressure from the cars behind, or stay in it. Chooses to stay in it. Great evasive action there from Miney, it must be said, to avoid the front of the frame. That could have been a very nasty incident.
Let's just
indeed.
listen in to the reaction here. It's over so quickly, Alex, and the adrenaline of an opening lap that had gone so well for Vesti, who started 8th on the grid. He'd made a couple of places, and it all came undone in that moment.
Marshall just checking if he's okay there. Certainly in body, but
Race control.
not the...
Lapped cars been able to take the safety car. That's Cordial.
Cars now being offered the opportunity to overtake the safety car. These three alternative strategy cars are going to be a problem here because they're not on medium tyres. They're that much older than the cars who have just taken to the pits to stop, and they've now got a long way to go through this race before they're going to take the super soft tyre. So it's going to be a factor in the true the realistic lead of this race, the virtual lead of this race, which Pourchaire and Oliver Bearman are debating at this stage, whether they can clear Iwasa, Doohan and Daruvala, 3 real hard chargers on a completely different strategy.
Yeah, Daruvala, Doohan and Iwasa need another safety car intervention. It's as simple as that. They need, and we've seen that before in previous years. Dan Tickton was the driver who needed a safety car intervention a few years ago, trying to deny Oscar Piastri's maiden feature race win. Wasn't able to do it that day, but roared through the field. So given the incidents, the action, and the brilliant driving that we've seen in Formula 2 history around this track, don't count out any of those with track position at the moment, because we've seen late safety cars that have changed the race multiple occasions this season. Most notably in Austria, when Frederic Vesti looked like he had the race all but won, and then Richard Verschoor with fresher tyres. Brilliant moves to take the flag there. It is Jehan Daruvala who is at the head of the field, looking for a return to the podium for the first time since Monaco. He'll need the intervention of a safety car later on to allow him to switch from the medium tyre to the super soft compound and not have the lost time that you get, because if not, the rest of the field just going to streak on by.
Yeah, free pit stop, of course, for pretty much the whole field under this particular safety car. But goodness me, will they be fast if they manage to find a safety car at the right moment to get onto that super soft tyre. It's going to be interesting to see how far they, through the race, they choose to fight with their medium tyre falling away. They'll be conscious of losing positions to each other, mostly, as the leaders challenge them on the slightly younger medium tyre. So it's definitely going to be a factor as the safety car comes in this time.
The pit lane incident involving Mason has been noted for failing to follow the race directions instructions. Wheels in the fast lane is looked on unfavourably by race control. They're all told that, so that would be an operational error from the PHM team if that is indeed the case.
Yeah, wheels need to be placed flat on the side of the wheel and within the working lane only. Very specific rules about how pit stops are to be undertaken for safety, of course. And that'll be a slam dunk, I would have thought. Penalty, unfortunately, for Mason.
Okay, it's lap 11 of 30. We've had a lot of drama. Want to see some wheel-to-wheel action now. Want to see who can take that tyre furthest. Are the alternative runners going to be able to stay at the head of the field? What a contrast of emotions for René Rosin. He's got one championship contender out of the race. He's got Oliver Bearman in a brilliant position to win. Bearman, who has won the Formula 4 championship in Italy before.
Yep, done it before at Monza, wasn't it? And at Imola 2 times before.
And also the high as well for winning the team championship in Formula 3 as well a few minutes ago. So
yeah, Kramer. They're all having a few heart moments, aren't they? Okay, so we get going again then. Daruvala leads, but on older tyres from Doohan, Iwasa. Hajar Bearman then was the first to pit, so that's the 4 on medium compound tyre. Everyone else now on softs as we come to the restart. Watch out for Bearman to spread the field like jam on toast as they come through. Look at Pourchaire itching to go. Maney is too. Daruvala's going to hit the gas now, coming into the Parabolica, and we are underway once again here at Monza. And it's a good restart once again from Daruvala. Doohan's going to try and go with him as the green flag flies. And nobody making moves down towards the Rettifilo. DRS will be active next time by. Never mind that. Look at Daruvala's going to go around the outside of Iwasa, coming to the inside line. Car on the wall. Huge accident. Huge accident in the wheel of the pack. It's a 3-car impact. And the safety car out immediately. Possibly even a red flag. Doohan's taken the lead from Daruvala.
it was Maloney, I think.
Yeah, Maloney has hit the wall hard. 2 big incidents, and it's side by side with Doohan and Daruvala. And coming in now is Iwasa trying to take it. Where's the safety car? Iwasa's round the outside. Iwasa takes the lead. Perfect restart from Iwasa, but Maloney in the wall hard. Surely a red flag in that instance. But Iwasa leads. Daruvala, Doohan, Bearman, Hajar has jumped Pourchaire. Pourchaire dropped down massively, but it was a huge impact from Zane Maloney. And off the track goes Jack Crawford. Where's the safety car? Where's the red flag? It was a huge impact. There's the safety car now, but it was a huge impact into the wall for Zane Maloney. Came back across the track and went in backwards into the wall as well. He's hit 2 concrete walls. Mason and Cordial are under investigation. Not sure what for. Safety car's out, and we hope Zane Maloney's okay. That was a huge incident.
Yep, we absolutely do. Let's hope he is out of the car. There he is.
out of the car.
That is great news. But look at the damage there as well. But so unfortunate. Hope he is. Okay, you can see he's a bit wind. The medics there checking up on him as well. But yeah, big crash.
Speaking of crashes, we've crashed on OBS, on audio. So apologies for that, everyone. I think you're hearing our voices as we're still under the safety car. Huge impact there as, OBS has crashed. So give us a thumbs up if you can see or hear us at the moment. Safety car through the pit lane, the wise decision there. So everyone now coming into the pit lane, we'll go to the battle screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, pit stop time again.
It's
Perfect
not,
opportunity.
This isn't allowed. It's safety car through the pit lane. It's not allowed to go through. That's a very controversial decision there, as we try and get our systems back up and running as they come through. I don't know about that, to be fair. I don't know, Omi. That seems a bit on the nose to me, or whether that's allowed or not.
Well, we have seen it previously, though, done in Formula 1, if we remember Russell in Zandvoort. But he did make a pit stop before, so I don't know if it was mandatory, so it is a bit hard so we don't exactly know every single rule.
That's a huge impact for Zane Maloney, though. That car's everywhere across the track.
Yeah, and actually that happened more further down on the more on the where the start finish straight. So it actually slid it down quite a bit down towards Tom, I have to say, because that happened right on the restart in the background for us. So
let's take a look at it once more. So watch further back in your TV pictures for Zane Maloney. Oh, he gets tagged and just launched into the wall.
That's my
it's Nizani, isn't it?
Oh no.
It's Nizani's hit him. Or is it Nizani or Mason? Either way.
We need to see.
Yeah, it's a huge impact though. I can't work it out. I think it's Mason actually who's hit him. I'm fairly sure it's Mason. Yeah.
And the outside of Derivula, and you had Ivasa trying to go to the inside, doing having to bail out. Let's hear from him.
Where did you want me to go? I was in front.
Yeah, copy that, mate.
Oh, this is controversy among controversy now. We don't know what's going to happen next. Nothing seems
Absolutely.
nothing seems to want to work at the moment, as we've just lost TV pictures and some other services. So apologies for this as we try and get our things back. This is at turn 3. This is the great move we saw though. It was side-by-side action once again. Just epic, wasn't it, between everyone? Absolutely. Well, why are we watching this? For God's sake.
That's the best replay we have ever had. That's the best replay I've ever seen. We're just staring at absolutely nothing going on. Anyway.
It was
Well.
literally a stationary camera.
Literally. Mason, so I'm guessing it was then.
Yeah.
Unless that's for something else, because he did have the pit stop thingy lying over him as well. Let's see what it's for. Come on, show it.
Time
10 seconds, yeah, we know.
Yeah, I think it is. And that's the race lead that we're looking at now as we try and get our systems back running. Don't know what's happened. The systems have just completely died out on us. Really strange. Sorry about this, everyone. And Mason basically turned on him. Yeah, looked like that, didn't it? Coming through. So
Yeah.
shocking behaviour. As safety car still coming through the pit lane. We've lost everything now up here in the commentary box. I do apologise. As we have a basic screen for you in some respects, telling you the safety car is out. Coming through the pit lane, we cannot launch timing 71. So we've lost that feature. Something's happened to Google Chrome.
For me, it's For me, it's fine, luckily.
Yeah, I can't get any access to it. So safety car is out, and I've got it. Yeah, hey.
Right, Bearman, Paul Chair, no further investigation. Correct decision on that one for once.
For once, yeah. Right, there's the timing screen back up. Right, we'll give it a few minutes to load up. Let's check in with Alex and Alex.
Unsafe release. We do still have the recovery vehicle.
Here's
on the
Philip
track.
Howdy.
Is Zane alright? Yeah, he's good, mate. He's good.
That's good to
And
hear.
that is the most important thing to hear, because any crash when you're building up beyond 180 miles per hour on the restart when you've got cars doing the same speed behind and you're bouncing off Armco barriers. That's a horrible moment. And thankfully, Zane Maloney is all right. We're on lap 14 of 30. We have had a dramatic incident at the start and halfway through. And the incident involving Daruvula and Doohan has been noted for forcing another driver off the track. Doohan is P2 at the moment.
I think he may well get away with that, just on the basis of the lockup Doohan had and how deep they both were on the brakes. Down to that first chicane, Doohan has made it up into second place. Oliver Bearman now finds himself in the lead of the race as a result of the pit stops for the alternative strategy runners that were undertaken under the safety car as it rolled through the pit lane. So Oliver Bearman all looking rather good for him at this stage, having made the stop, finds himself in the lead of the real terms race at half distance.
Okay, Bearman has made his mandatory stop. Doohan is still on the medium tyres that he started this race on, so he has not. Teo Pourchaire has, and we did see Daruvula pit, and he is listed as 4th place. So
Right.
MP Motorsport
Daruvula got it, yeah.
immediately going for the stop and bolting on the super soft tyres, gambling.
Juan Manuel Correa has been given a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Carries on, and the safety car is going to use the start-finish straight. So MP Motorsport have rolled the dice here. They've got track position, but they've got a tyre that will be falling apart if we go to full racing conditions anytime soon. Invicta Virtuosi with Doohan deciding they're going to wait and hope that something happens later on that gives them a chance to make the same type of free pit stop that we've seen earlier in the race for all those who started on the super soft rubber.
It was really sharp stuff from MP, because they've obviously seen a gap there, haven't they, which is enough time for them to stop and then get Doohan and then get Daruvula back out into the queue in reasonable order. And they've decided to therefore take this gamble. They have no data on this tyre at all, so that is a complete dice roll on how far it can go through the race. Of course, as you move through the race, the fuel load goes down, the rubber goes down as well, but the temperature also always heating up here as we move more into the middle of the day. 10:30 local right now, and the track temperature has picked up to 27.9 degrees. Oh, it was just down in the early 20s as we started the race, so more and more of a challenge for that super soft tyre. It's going to be incredibly interesting to see what Daruvula can do with it. One thing we do know is he's going to be extremely fast in these early laps straight after the safety car, and may well be hassling Teo Pourchaire, Doohan and Bearman ahead.
Safety car's in this lap.
Another twist, and we'll see how it plays out in a few moments' time. Most importantly, Zane Maloney is all right, was the information given to his teammate Enzo Fittipaldi, asking about him. Retirement, Zane Maloney, who appeared to be hit on the restart. Arthur Leclerc, who had a dramatic spin at the first chicane. Vesti, who was shuffled into the wall on the opening lap of the race. That's the verdict of race control, who gave a penalty to Stanek. And Clement Novalak, who spun off into the gravel trap at the second Lesmo on the opening lap, a contrast to the amazing day that he had last Sunday when he was our 12th winner of the year.
Safety car back in this lap, half distance here, a long way for the super soft tyre to go. A lot of racing still to be undertaken. Ollie Bearman leads the pack through, Doohan behind, and it will be Doohan under pressure from Pourchaire.
This is going to be a major restart now to see what we're going to see half distance in the race. Timing tower is not working too well on that, so let's refresh that.
Pourchaire's got to instantly make a move on Doohan as well, and then try to get off to Bearman. When does Bearman take us back to green flag racing?
He's going to leave it until the last possible second. He knows that it's so long to get those super soft tyres. Late in this race, he's gone early though, coming into the parabolic. He's on the mediums until the end. This is Doohan's radio. He's gone away. Probably not the best time to play it. Probably don't get caught out by Bearman. Green flag once again then here at the Italian F2 feature race. 15 laps to go. We are halfway in this race. We've already had 3 safety cars. And are we going to get down towards turn 1 okay this time? Already looking. There's Stanek is further back as well. Crawford's on the inside line trying to have a go. And it looks like everyone's getting through okay. Nazani passes Correa. And through there on the inside line. Awasa coming through. Crawford and Martin's passing for sure. And now Martin's going to try and drag around the outside line, coming through the Delaroche chicane. Martins will have the run. Crawford goes to defend the outside line, opens the door for Victor Martins to take the inside line, coming into Delaroche, and that was perfect from Martins, but daft from Crawford.
Absolutely. There, Bearman, exactly what he wanted. A P1 still for him. They're side by side also in the background. That's Nissani going to the inside of Valman and Valkyrie, heading into the braking zone as well.
It was Nazani who hit Maloney. You were right, Omi. So the computer, got it wrong. It was Nazani, and he's now under investigation by the stewards.
I'm guessing Joshua Mason's then was for the pit lane. Other thing he was under investigation for as well, as they head to the Ascari chicane then.
So this is looking very interesting now for Portier. He's in third position, but less and less points for Vesti to close back up in Abu Dhabi, where this championship will go down. But DRS will be enabled next time around, and that's when everyone's going to start slipstreaming. But Behrman, 1.2 seconds ahead already to Doohan, and Doohan and Portier separated by 0.4 of a second at the moment on the intervals.
Absolutely, Portier's got to try and make a move on Jack Doohan as they roar past now onto the main straight, heading down towards the Retiphilia. Portier's going to maybe make a late send heading into turn number 1.
He's thinking about the inside line. He has to commit to the outside. Doohan went defensive. Meantime, Martins passes Maney for 5th position into the first corner. Daruvala stays in 4th place, but Portier has got so much better exit as he comes round around the Côte de Grande. Portier's on the outside line. Doohan on the inside as they come down towards the Delaroche chicane. Portier late on the brakes will have the inside line, and he's up into 2nd position. Doohan's going to fight him hard. Doohan's off the track. He keeps the position, but surely will have to leave it through. For sure, Maney are under investigation for a pit stop infringement as well. But Doohan's kept 2nd, but he was off the track. Time penalty has been applied to Richard for sure. 5 seconds for him. He's currently in P8, and that's for an unsafe release. Now, is Behrman and Portier going to get the same thing? Because they had an unsafe release as well.
Yep, Teo Portier, this was on board with him heading down low. So he wanted the inside, Doohan covered that off brilliantly. Parked it actually in the middle, then Portier had to go to the outside. But once again, then try get on the power, and then he's going to use the slipstream. He's going to try and make this move. And then here we go, Doohan kept his foot in all the way around the outside to inside, but he just couldn't keep it on the road, having to take the runoff. So that was really, really interesting there. But Bashir Crawford were also side by side earlier on as well. And I think we're about to see some more battles down the straight. And Portier, Doohan hasn't given it back. Is Doohan heading to the... No, he's staying on circuit. So Portier's just going to have to make this move now.
He's going to have it.
Is Teo Portier.
He's got the DRS as well, so look at Daruvala coming in the mix as well. They'll try around the outside. Portier again in towards the Retiphilia, gets ahead. Doohan's going to have to come across to defend from Daruvala, does so. It's Chaos further back though. Car going straight on. Who was that? I think it's Crawford. Is that Crawford?
Is it?
It's Hauger, you're right, yeah. Hauger, you were right. So hard to tell of the cars right now. Oh, and Fittipaldi nearly get caught up in that as well for 12th position.
These Red Bull liveried cars absolutely everywhere. Hopefully we'll have next and less here, as Helmut Marko has been saying, but we can't really trust him too much as well. As they're planning to get rid of some of their juniors as well.
It's just utter chaos that's happening right now, and I'm loving every single second of it. There's drama everywhere you look. This is Dennis Hauger then, in towards the braking zone, and is there contact? No, that's just him getting forced off the track as well by, I think, Daruvala as well. Such a messy bollard system. I don't know why they have it.
Look in the background as well. Thinking about a move was, I believe, was short as well, trying to get past, but they're all really battling. Maney, Martins, DRS is stuck open. There it is. It is.
Well, that's going to be called into the pit lane then. So Martins has got a stuck open DRS. They can't fix that. So Martins has to come into the pit lane, and Maney will have it. But that's going to give Martins the advantage. But it's going to be very understeery through the corners. My goodness.
Yeah, advantage down the back straight, but very understeery through the corners indeed. And then they all get to open it down this straight.
Yeah, and that's going to give a real... that's such a bad thing for Martins now. That's his race effectively done. He's going to struggle with braking as well, but he's got a permanent DRS. It's just stuck open. I wonder if it'll close itself. It sounds like to me that something's knocked it. Martins was involved in a crash at the rear wing, wasn't he? So it looks like it is just stuck open massively. Yeah. That's going to give him such a performance. Why hasn't he got the fastest lap?
Yeah, he was just gaining a tiny bit as well. The car's ahead. So to the back straight, it's absolutely brilliant where you don't usually have DRS.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
This should be a dream come true for him, but it's going to be understeering like crazy for the Lesmos.
If you can survive the corners, you get your reward on the streets. Opening DRS earlier, having more speed, but yeah. He is losing time mostly to the corner part of the lap, and then he gains it back a tiny bit maybe on the back straights as well.
Oh, it's closed itself.
Oh,
I just saw it close, coming down the straight. I know it's opening again.
Oh, it's arguing. It doesn't want to open, doesn't want to close.
Sounds like a latch is
Imagine-
broke. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if it just closes every braking zone and then opens every straight. That's the dream.
Perfect. Yeah, let's see, braking zone. Nah, it's not closing.
Oh.
And now
you
he's
can
having
see struggling.
understeer. Yeah, now he's understeering. It's properly broken now. It did close itself, but now it has broken, and Martins doesn't know it. I hope he would have been told over the radio, so he's going to go side by side with Maney down towards turn 1. Both got the DRS, but Maney's actually works. Martins does it, and look at that from Crawford on the inside line. 3 into 1 into the Retafilio, and that's brilliant. Brilliant from Crawford. Takes the pair of them, and round the outside, Martin's going to be losing so much time now. But Crawford up to 5th.
Great move by Crawford. Maney back at him, and here comes Maney now as well. But Martin surely with the DRS is going to stay ahead.
Does so. Does so. Race control, black and orange flag for Martins. Oh, Martins trying to go around the outside, he had no braking speed. And he gets ahead of Crawford, but he'll give the place back. Martins, I think, he knows his race is done. He should just... It's now properly broken, that DRS. So, just lift off a little bit.
He's entertaining us all, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. 100% entertainment here. Martins, box. Yeah, that's him done. Martins out of the race. Box.
But Behrman's just enjoying himself. He has none of this chaos to worry about right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
No chaos, no pressure at all, just keeps it calm. If you're wondering, by the way, where is the Moto E, Moto 2 and Moto 3 races, they're not live this weekend due to the direct clashes with other series. We'll be covering those I'll do the commentary for them on Monday, and then on Tuesday they will air. Unless I can get them really done quickly and air on Monday evening.
I'm joining you for the Moto E, right? As well?
Yeah.
Excited for that one. Iwasa and Rashul go wheel to wheel.
And Iwasa's going to have the inside line down towards the braking zone. Rashul on the outside for VAR. Coming in, Stanek as well, back up to 9th position. Don't forget, has he served his 5-second time penalty? He has. Stanek has served his 5-second time penalty in the pit lane. So Stanek is now basically free. That's wrong. Look, yeah, the DRS is stuck. The latch is broke. He's out of the race. Victor Martins retires.
Hadjar was battling away with Nissany as well. I was like, oh, don't crash. But yeah.
This was it when it stuck open. Oh, no, this was already stuck open. Coming into
slide. Yeah, this was the slide he had. And that gave the opportunity to Maney, gave the opportunity to Crawford to dive to the inside. Maney just decided to back out of that one as well. And in the background, Hadjar was getting past.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. A couple of racing laps. As they fly through.
Yeah.
And it was, the DRS was just opening and closing under drag. So it was completely done, unfortunately. Nothing he could do. He is out of the race. Get that engine cooled. Get it cooled. And look, they're staying in the car, but they're desperately trying to close the wing, but they're not going to close that wing in time. They've turned the engine off, ready to refire it, but the latch is broke, so you're not going to stick that down. Behrman leads 2.5 seconds to Pourchaire with 8 laps to go. Crazy.
Yeah, Pourchaire will definitely need something bad to happen to him in Abu Dhabi as well, which is definitely possible with how the season's gone. But
oh, look
I
at
wanted
that.
a race. Yeah.
The Shaw round the outside of Iwasa again. Correa and Maloney noted for unsafe condition in the pit lane.
Absolutely. But I wanted a race, as Nissany's all over the back of Hadjar. I kind of wanted a race in the final round, in the feature race, where it's not like someone needs to have a bad race for you to win it. It's where both drivers are really close, that whoever finishes ahead wins it as well.
That will only happen if Pourchaire doesn't finish either race, isn't it? Or because Vesti needs to win now, which could happen. But
Correction. It was Mason all over the back of Hadjar.
I was
That
thinking,
one.
yeah, it was Mason, wasn't it? And he's stuck behind Hadjar. This championship then,
Yeah.
going the way of Théo Pourchaire.
Currently, though, as it stands,
Ooh.
drive-through penalty, which should have been given to Stanek. To Nissany.
Causing a
Oh.
collision? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not for Stanek? Oh my god, no consistency. There is no consistency with the stewards. Nissany gets a drive-through penalty, but Stanek gets 5 seconds. What is going on? What is going on? It's a joke, absolute joke.
Just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Hadjar's been dropping off recently. The reason why I did say Nissany was because he was battling with Nissany about a lap ago. Now he's all he's all over. Mason's all over the back of him as well. So Hadjar really struggling in this one right now on lap 23 out of 30.
I can't believe that from the stewards. It's absolutely ridiculous as the slipstream battle begins. That's a very late launch on the inside line from Crawford and Jarubala. It's turn 1. Jarubala will keep round the outside. Oh, someone's off.
Oh, Stanek. Stanek.
Yep, straight.
Oh.
He's doing his old trick again. Bet you he won't give any places back either. Oh, he does. Hang on.
Wow.
Hang on a minute. Was he 7th? Yes. Look at Maney. Maney hits.
He's also front wing.
Maney hits the back of Iwasa, and they've both got
You gotta get it slowed
punctures.
down.
They've both got punctures. Oh, what was that about? So it's Crawford. It's Jack Crawford. Crawford's out. Crawford's got a rear puncture, and Maney's in the gravel, and here comes the safety car again. Oh, don't be
Crawford and
shit.
Maney. Crawford and Maney were having such a good race. Oh, I cannot believe it. And he's going to get a beach, isn't
Yeah, broken front suspensions, and there's the safety car deployed now.
he? Safety car out.
Behrman, that was not what he needed, but now do you box for soft tyres? That's the question, if you've got a new set. So Crawford's out with a rear puncture, Maney is out, and wow. Ah, box, yeah, I thought so, box for doing. It's worked perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to do the Tictum strategy all the way back from 2021, as was mentioned also Alex Jakes as well earlier on, where Tictum went on the softs, wasn't able to take the weight away from Oscar Piastri. Joe tried to beat him in that one. They were both on the same strategy, but yeah.
Behrman and Pourchaire have stayed out. Dewan and Jarubala have come in. As has
This will be
Roman
one fight
Stanek.
Yeah.
Makes sense here. This is good. This is good news.
We're going to see a lot of moves at the end of this one. Another bit of a grandstand finish to Formula 2, like we saw in Austria.
Everyone getting ready. Everyone's signalling. This is going to be a lot of fun now as they dive into the pit lane.
And also Jack Doohan, obviously, who did it in Spa, but he rejoined second in that one.
Yeah.
And was able to just beat Pourchaire. We saw, obviously, Verschoor make that pit stop in Austria, giving him the win there. So late soft tyre gambles can sometimes pay off, but he's got a lot of the Rubala. But Doohan has got about 10 places to make up, so.
And they've gone to the ultra soft tyres, not the soft, so that's a good call here.
Yep.
Race control. Maney and Crawford no to causing a collision. Who do you think caused it? I think it was Maney, not Crawford.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really see another replay of that one, I think. But yeah, gonna be interesting to see. That was there any moving at the Curva Grande?
Here we go.
Well, yeah, here we go.
So there's Stanek coming around the track like a lunatic. Up
Now,
to Code
is
Grande.
Crawford gonna move at all? That's the question. What's gonna happen here?
Crawford never moved an inch. It's Maney. What do you think?
I think, yeah, hard one to judge. Maney was trying actually to go to the outside of the thing, and then Crawford just possibly will just take. Crawford didn't really move. He just kept on his racing line, to be honest.
Yeah, that's Maney's fault.
Yeah. I think a bit brave by Maney at the same time as well.
This will show us. Oh, I don't know
But
actually.
Yeah, but Crawford was a tiny bit, I have to say, over as well.
Crawford's
to the
on the
outside
racing.
side.
Yeah, Crawford's on the racing line. Jarubala wasn't. Jarubala wasn't on the racing line. He was trying to break that toe. Look. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
It's a hard one.
That's difficult.
I'd say an racing incident then. because the kind of boat did something.
And Maney was never alongside. Maney never was alongside, and he went on the grass to go on the outside. Joshua Mason's in the pit lane. I think that's Maney's fault, being a bit too over-aggressive. Looking at that, I want to see another onboard again. But I want to see Maney's onboard again. But to me, as the tyre goes, that's a lucky thing for a fan. Look at the
Someone
actually
can steal that and bring that back as well.
Pourchaire and Doohan noted for forcing another driver off the track. What?
Oh, that's from like like literally that's from ages ago. And also forcing. I'm a bit confused with that one because
I'm confused with that one.
Doohan just kept his foot in on the outside. I don't think Pourchaire forced the one. Doohan was just got on the power to try to keep the place, and I think just ran wide. Harder one once again to judge, but is it really needed to investigate? Don't think so. Unless they're giving Doohan a penalty for gaining a place, but they haven't worded it correctly or something.
Yeah.
It's the FIA. It's the FIA. We don't know what goes on even with them.
Nobody knows anything anymore. That's the systematical situation right now. Nobody knows a thing. Just smile and wave. Under the safety car, I'm going to go start the Moto 3. Back in a minute.
There we are. That's not in the condition that it left the garage. And then you've got for sure. Just a reminder, he's got 5 seconds to be added onto his race time at the end. Fittipaldi is now 5th. Feel like last time we saw Fittipaldi, he was miles back, but it's been that sort of day. And then you've got Hauger, Correa, Cordeal, who had a puncher.
No further
at the start
action.
of the race, now up to
Doohan.
8th. And Boschong is in 9th position. Doohan came out in 10th position.
So Pourchaire and Doohan had been under investigation. No further action for forcing another driver off track.
So no penalty either way for that, which is important for Doohan, who's got the tyres to attack in the latter stages of this race.
It's both fighting another day. So that was down to the Roger chicane, wasn't it? Pourchaire was up the inside. Doohan on the outside. It's been deemed that he didn't force him off, which I agree with, actually. Pourchaire has the car under control up the inside. He's going to make the apex and does make the apex. There is actually room there, isn't there, on the outside if Doohan wants to try to roll round and take the apex. So I think play on, really, is the wave there. And that's fair enough between the two of them.
Race control have been busy today, my word. So this is Mason in the pit lane for PHM.
And
what in the world?
Not what you want to see.
Don't walk on the we need red lights out there, don't we, for the team personnel.
Well, it's been a dramatic day for FIA Formula 2. It always is when we run the feature race at Monza. We're going to get the final act of this story, and it has been dramatic from the first stanza of the race to the final chapter that we're about to complete. That is so important to see that Zane Maloney is watching, he's okay, and that would have been a really, well, it's just not what you want to see at all. You don't want to see cars making contact in a straight line, and that's what we got on the restart at enormous speed. Oliver Bearman has done everything but win the race. How much will Théo Pourchaire be prepared to attack? Will Iwasa put pressure on Pourchaire, knowing that Pourchaire might have to jump out of his way because he knows Vesti out of the race? He's got a chance for match point here. He can't take the title, but he can get so close to it if he can deliver this promising race into a point-scoring finish. And how many cars can do an overtake on that sticky, super soft tyre? There are the questions as we head in to the final chapter of the race.
How many laps will we get of green flag racing? Let's hope all of them to the end of the race. Hauger is being under investigation for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. It's actually only noted at the moment as we go back to racing conditions. Different restart for Théo Pourchaire. Doesn't have his teammate to rear gun. Not that he necessarily would rear gun.
Yeah, that's the question as well. Here we go then. So 4 minutes left on the clock, 4 laps plus 1 to do. Let's see where we go. Safety car coming in. Bearman hits pedal to the metal. Got some drivers on different tyre compounds. Let's see where it goes. Green flag with 3 laps to go here at Monza. Monza. Behrman leads across the line, and to take the green flag, Pourchaire's coming under pressure from Iwasa. Iwasa's looking round the outside, in towards turn number 1. Look at the slipstream he's got there, as Nazani's coming to the pit lane. Pourchaire goes to the inside to go defensive. Iwasa looks round the outside, on the ultra-soft tyres. Iwasa goes wheel to wheel, he jumps over the curb. Iwasa goes through, Pourchaire down into 3rd position, Omi. Great restart.
Exactly what Yuma Iwasa wanted, already on it on that restart, got the slipstream and was just able to make the move. What can he now do about Oliver Behrman at the front of the field? 8-10s currently. Teo Pourchaire trying to fight back, trying to dive to the inside once again, but there's no way through for the ALT man except the wheel tracks, and he can't find his way back through. Now what can Iwasa do against Behrman? But they've all been able to get through. Doohan was almost into the gravel, and he's battling with Ralph Boschong.
Boschong back into 10th place where he started, the last of the points paying position. Behrman's put out already second, now it's down to 0.6 as we see a replay once more.
Just around the outside, using the outside, which became the inside, just able to shuffle the Pourchaire out there and able to take the position, then was able to defend it as well into the Della Roggia as we join live pictures once again with Richard Verschoor looking racy against Pourchaire.
About to say that, Verschoor's getting up there as well, isn't he? It's 16 points at the moment for Pourchaire. The stewards have just seen that Maney and Crawford will investigate after the race for causing that contact. In my opinion, it could be Maney. We'll see what the stewards say. Look at Doohan. Doohan side by side, really battling now as well. Coming to the inside line, trying to... Is that Cordeal? He's a lap down.
That's the two teammates battling for position.
Cordeal's back up to 8th place. Cordeal was a lap down on the 2nd safety car. He's now back up into 8th position. That's how you go. Amazing stuff from Cordeal down to 9. 3 to go now. And look at Pourchaire. He's becoming vulnerable from Richard Verschoor as they're coming towards turn 1. Pourchaire dives to the left-hand side of the track to go defensive. And Verschoor trying to sling around the outside. DRS has been enabled as we see further back. Crawford versus Hadjar, the two teammates, oh so close together.
Yeah, absolutely. They were battling like crazy yesterday as well. But what can now Richard Verschoor do? Iwasa doesn't look like he'll have a chance against Behrman, but the two high-techs still are battling.
And Pourchaire's coming under pressure from Verschoor down into Della Roggia. Meantime, we're seeing as well Drubala passing Cordeal for 10th position, and Crawford is ahead of Hadjar once more. So that safety car has sort of got Crawford back into the mix of things.
Absolutely. And now Pourchaire really does need to try to stay inside the DRS of Iwasa. That will really help him against his fight with Richard Verschoor. Fittipaldi will be there as well. So is Hauger. So Pourchaire has got to try to keep this position where Richard Verschoor will surely be hungry for that podium. Doohan is hungry for another place on Correa.
That's going to be brave on the inside line down in Ascari, but on the ultra-soft tyres, he's got the momentum to take him through. Doohan up to 7th. Those on the ultras are now starting to come into it, but is it too late? Behrman's put out 2 seconds to Iwasa. Look at the championship now. It's closing in. Crawford's off again. Crawford's lost places to Hadjar, Anmus and Mason. Crawford now down to 15th.
Yeah, what has happened to Jack Crawford? There he is.
Is that going to bring out is that going to bring out a safety car? That's that's controversial if it is. 39 seconds left as we go on with +1 lap. Oh, it failed to coming through Ascari. Virtual. It's a virtual safety car. They do remember it exists. That's interesting. But is it the last lap?
It's the penultimate, I believe.
20 seconds left, +1. It is lap 29 and 30, yes, so we might get another lap of racing. Oh. Look at Pourchaire, ready on Iwasa. Behrman, though, 2 seconds at the front.
Behrman, just a brilliant restart for him. We thought he'd come under pressure by Iwasa a tiny bit, but no, Iwasa up 13 places as well. Incredible stuff by him. Correa up 10. So that's another big position gainer as well. But hopefully they can clear it as soon as possible and we can get this one started. Crawford immediately out of the car as well. But
safety car!
Safety car!
What? That's it! The race is over! Oliver Behrman wins here at Monza!
Push it.
Why
They're
is
pushing it?
What is going on? Why is the safety car come out? That is stupid! Oh my god, this race director needs sacking. This race director needs sacking. We could have gone green. Why? Why?
They're literally pushing it. Oh my.
The race directors are stupid. That is the stupidest decision I've seen. We want races to finish under green. Okay, we'll put out the virtual safety car. Oh no, we're going to deploy the safety car, but then we can push it. Nah. Stupid race directors.
They haven't even catched up to the... They haven't even catched up to the safety car, and it's already cleared. Oh my... We could have got one whole lap of proper racing. Virtual safety car would be in about now, and we would get one whole lap. But no, yes.
The track is clear. The track is clear. The track is clear. I do not believe that. That is the worst decision I've seen ever in motorsport. That is shocking. Race control, black and white flag for doing for track limits. I think that the race director needs sacking here. Shocking decisions all weekend. So many safety cars, finally puts out the virtual safety car and then deploys the full safety car when the marshals are pushing it. Stupid, stupid decision. Absolutely stupid. I hope the FIA Formula 2 race director changes, because that is stupid. Go on, Naomi.
That's ridiculous, and, well, unfortunate really for Cord. Let's hear from him.
What happened? Did you have contact?
Yeah, no space on the Scurry entry. No space.
The drivers have been very chaotic as well, but one whole lap. Green flags at the parabolic car we would have had, but no, now we're ending behind the safety car. Once again, when everything is cleared, pointless. And they didn't even catch the safety car, we didn't need one. The incident was cleared they weren't even at the back of the safety. They were making their way out of the Ascari and towards the parabolic car when the incident was already cleared. We could have done that with a virtual safety car, but they brought out the safety car for no reason.
That's so stupid. Behrman wins. 2 British winners in a row in F3 and in F2.
And also Prema do the double as well.
Prema do the double, yeah.
F2. At the home race as well, so... Oh.
What a stupid way
Prema so
to
far. So, do we have Ferrari later on as well?
What a stupid way to end this race. I'd love to know what Twitter's thinking right now. We'll have a look after the race. Or X, as it's now called. Oh, stupid Elon Musk as well.
We're thinking about all of the stupid things as well right now.
Can't believe the race is ending like that. So stupid. So stupid.
The whole track clear, and we're ending behind the safety car.
Safety car lights are off, so it will go into the pit lane. But we won't restart the race. Didn't need to happen, that. That did not need to happen. That was ridiculous. Behrman will come out the last corner then. Prema will win at home here in Monza. Behrman will win a feature race, controlled beautifully. Oliver Behrman wins a chaotic, confusing, daft F2 race. Iwasa is second, Pourchaire third. And then it's Vershaw, Fittipaldi, Hauger, Doohan, Correa, Jaruvalo and Cordeal getting a point. And Boschong in 11th. Stanak. No. Hang on a minute. It's Fittipaldi, 4th. Then Hauger, Doohan, Jaruvalo, Cordeal, Boschong 9th, Hadjar 10th, Mason 11th. Vershaw down to 12th, Correa 13th, Stanak 14th, Zani 15th. Post-race penalties applied.
That's like it. Well, let's hear from Behrman first.
I will say it on the radio so everybody can hear. I'm proud of you. Good job, mate.
Yes, guys! Come on! What a race! That was hard. We had so much safety car. Oh my god. We needed that, guys. Good job.
The 18-year-old is being applauded as he heads into the second chicane as the winner.
Not a bad race though, Omi. What did you make of it? Very confusing again.
Well, another weird one, but I enjoyed it all throughout until that last lap, so just ridiculous, but well done also, Yuma Iwasa. Started in 15th, ends the race in second position as well. Just brilliant drive by the Dams man there. He really did it that last week. Let's hear from Iwasa though.
Oh, we made it! Okay. Well, since behind me, so I don't know about the championship, but I don't care. I don't care at all. We made our job.
Yeah, it was only going to be mathematical chance for Iwasa. He doesn't worry about that anymore. He's just happy to have rescued his Sunday, Alex.
Full of adrenaline, isn't he? And as well he might be. Some super moves through the pack. making use of the purchase of that super soft tyre for Iwasa. The Japanese driver doing a great job indeed.
Théo Pourchaire has a 25-point lead with 39 available on the table, heading into the final round of the championship. We started the day with him 9 ahead. There is the confirmation that Pourchaire puts one hand on the championship trophy. But Alex, this is Formula 2, and it ain't over till it's over.
Well, we've seen what happened, the pure misfortune of Frederic Vesti at the start of this race.
Radio check, is anyone? Only to us. Hello?
Yeah, radio check.
Radio's gone.
I thought that was some bad news. I always get scared when you don't talk to me.
It's all good. Come here so that I can hug you.
Mate, I love you guys. Thank you so much. The car was on the rails today. Mega job.
Well, he contended for the title here 1 year ago. He is a former Formula 4 champion in Italy as well. He loves this part of the world. He's only 18 years of age. He's about to be into the arms of his Prema team, who've won their home race as a winner once again for the 4th time in his rookie season of Formula 2. So highly rated by the Ferrari Driver Academy.
Let's see you with Alex and Alex.
And we squeezed about a season's worth of action into that one.
Season's worth of safety car into that one. Oliver Behrman must have been looking in his wing mirrors thinking, again, they're all going to catch up with me again, but was able to deliver the restart every time. They go quiet like that when they're celebrating in the pit lane. It is eerie when you realise that the team are not in contact with you, but they're all getting ready to celebrate with Oliver Behrman running down to this tremendous podium, or underneath this tremendous podium, and that represents everything that he's achieved in that race and just how exciting and thrilling it was.
Restart, and restart again into the arms of his mechanic as the winner for Oliver Behrman. And the same applies to Ayumu Iwasa, who is so pumped up to have gone from 15th on the grid to 2nd by the checkered flag.
The 12 people involved in putting these cars on the grid really live it every moment, especially in a race like this where you're up and then you're down. They're in the pit lane. They're so out of control once the light goes green of everything that occurs out on track. That's what makes the emotion so high. Ferrari personnel down there ready to congratulate Oliver Behrman, and at their home event for Prema as well, and winning at Monza with Ferrari on your back must be really quite the experience.
Great moments for Oliver Behrman, who takes his first victory since the Spanish round way back earlier in the year. And it feels a long time ago now, and Oliver Behrman celebrating every single moment. Iwasa nearly as happy as Behrman after his superb recovery drive to put him on the podium once again this year. He's taken 3 wins, a couple of second places, and now make that 3 second places.
When you look at Iwasa's run of form over the last couple of races, I can understand why he's so ecstatic with that. Had a difficult feature race back in Belgium, tough event in the Netherlands, DNF yesterday, and to be back on the Formula 2 podium must be a relief for him, even if the championship is escaping him. And you can see why he's delighted and relieved to be back on form here on what was a charging performance.
Oliver Behrman with a smile etched on his face, and understandably so. Luca Filippi, who was a runner-up in this championship when it was called GP2, is going to speak to our latest winner in Formula 2. Oliver Behrman is standing by after his 4th win of the year.
Welcome, Oliver. Amazing race today. 4th win for you of the rookie season, and home race for Prema Power Team as well, and Ferrari Junior Driver Academy. So what's the feeling?
Yeah, it was a tough race, really a tough race. Every time I got a gap and I felt safe, the safety car came out again. And you know, the safety car restarts here are one of the hardest. But we managed everything perfectly. The team gave me a mega car today, and it's even better to do it in their home race and my kind of second home race.
So the key moment for you, it was the second chicane in Roggia, where you made it happen, and from P2 you went to P1, and then the safety car restart. So tell us how it was.
Yeah, lap 1, I know I had to go for it. I don't have as much pressure probably as Theo, so I could take a bit more risk. But it was just a measured clinical start, and yeah, nice to make the overtake into the lead. From there, I was just managing my gap, and thankfully we got all the safety car restarts, because like I said, they're not easy.
Amazing job, Ollie Bearman, junior driver, Ferrari Academy, on his 4th win of the season.
Thank you to Luca. Thank you to Oliver Bearman for his answers. He makes his way to the podium. Angelina from Prema gives him a big hug. And then Alexa, the director of communications, sends him to the top step. He knew it was coming his way after the safety car came out, but make no mistake, that really was a well-fought and well-won race by Oliver Bearman. He's punching the air with delight, having taken the flag at Monza. What an unbelievable place to win for a Ferrari Academy driver. And we saw so much there. I'm not sure we've covered it. I just want to underline that 5-second penalty for Verschoor really hurt him with the safety car. He did cross the line in 4th, but was dropped down to 13th position after that 5-second penalty. So it was Fittipaldi in 4th, Hauger in 5th, Doohan, Daruvala, Cordial, Boschung, and Stanek, the last of the point scorers, to clear up the rest of the race.
Yeah, Stanek cleared of leaving the circuit and gaining an advantage, so manages to avoid the second penalty of the race. But Verschoor, you're quite correct, really losing out as a result of that penalty. Prema delighted. Let's have a listen in to what they have to say about that one. Not a lot, yeah?
The slipstream. I knew I was. Yeah, you have to choose what to go wide and do more distance, or. Exactly. It's so hard.
I wanted to take the inside side. Anyway, I think.
Yesterday, Fred did the same, and I managed to.
Yeah.
Oh, look. No way.
Oh, but it kept going.
Yeah. Oh,
no. He actually took a good start to be
side standing. It was so scary because the track was always mega dirty. Oh, this one was
Last call,
oh, that's tight. I was a bit scared.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. What happened?
I don't know, it's scary. Ooh, okay.
Was it?
Control for it.
Oh, it's scary. I didn't realize how close you are. It was so much grass on the turn 1.
Yeah, after the big rush.
They're coming onto the podium then, all set to go. As we get ready.
Yeah.
Onto the second. Omi, someone's copying your style there, it looks like.
What?
Someone's copying your style, looks like there, with a Ferrari shirt and cap. You haven't got the cap on there today.
I'm
Onto the
confused for
podium.
what you actually said.
What?
I was a bit confused for a second what you were saying, and then I realised that.
Third place for Theo Pourchaire, second place for Momo Wassa, and your race winner, Oliver Bearman. Another Brit on top of the top step here this morning. Unless Harry King does anything in the Porsches, I don't think it'll happen there. But Bearman wins for the Ferrari Driver Academy and Monza for Prema. It's a big deal, and we will hear once again the British national anthem. Cheers all around Monza for an Italian team winning and a British driver. He takes his 4th win of the season and another important feature race win. Bearman, in his rookie year in this series, is electric. 18 years old, certainly the stars of the future in Formula 2. Momo Iwasa will be in 2nd position. Another interesting day for him. Happy as he's heard on the radio just to get back on track here on Sunday. Pourchaire will finish in 3rd position as well. Nice run around. Smiles all around for Iwasa. Beaming almost on the podium. Pourchaire finishes in 3rd position. One hand on the World Championship trophy for FIA Formula 2. A 2-month break though until Abu Dhabi. Is he going to be able to survive that long?
Pretty happy podium.
Yeah.
I think it's time for famous words soon.
It's champagne time! Fantastic run around. Bearman clearly delighted. It's 11:16 in the morning, and it's a drink to start the day right. Prema and an Italian team have won on home soil. Celebrations all round. Perfect way to end a day. Amy, what have you made of F2 this weekend?
It has been absolutely fantastic. The sprint race was brilliant. The feature was brilliant. Prema doing the double at their home race as well. Absolutely incredible stuff. Bearman obviously almost winning the sprint last year in Formula 3 as well, but Franco Colapinto beat him to that one, and Franco Colapinto went on to win this year as well. But yeah, absolutely incredible. But Oliver Bearman taking the feature race win as they take their last few pictures. But unfortunately, no more Formula 2 till Abu Dhabi as well. So we're gonna have to wait for this series to return then. But yeah, it's been a great European part, well, most of them really, or the whole season except a few rounds like Bahrain and Saudi and Australia are European. So it's been a good Formula 2 season. We have one more round to crown a champion. Most likely it'll be Teo Pourchaire, but anything is possible in Formula 2.
Anything is possible in Formula 2, and coming up next we will have the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup, and that will decide its champions across the teams, across the rookies, and across the main Premier drivers as well. So there's a lot still to do here in Formula 2. Here's the results then. Bearman, Iwasa, Pourchaire the podium from Fittipaldi, Hauger, Drouin, Jaruvala, Cordial, Boschung stand at the top 10. There's Hadjar, Mason, Verschoor coming in with alongside Correa, Nazani. Out of the race, Crawford, Maney, Martins, Maloney, Leclerc, Vesti and Nobalak failing to finish. Well, thanks to Romy this weekend. Well, thanks to Jess also for taking over, and Megan as well in the comms box, and Josh T. We'll see you in 2.5 months' time when Formula 2 wraps up, as we will head to Abu Dhabi in late November for the season finale. Long way to wait, but Pourchaire goes there with one hand on the trophy. Thanks for your company. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.